True.
Welcome back, guys. I've been filming the entire time.
That's
No
crazy.
problem. We're editing
Oh.
it. We're going to edit it. Welcome back, guys. Andrew Delich podcast episode number 30. I'm here with an actor, a model, a sex symbol. No Diddy, bro. No Diddy.
That's crazy.
A sex symbol. Simba Yakis. Thank you
Hey.
for being on, bro. You
Thanks
made
for having
episode
me.
number 30 possible. You made it possible. I appreciate you, bro. So
Hey.
now you can cuss if you want, just not too much. Just, like keep it nice and friendly. But from time to time, you can say, fuck, whatever. So it's going to be a conversation. I'm going to have a few questions for you, but let's just see how it takes us.
Of course.
So why, when, and how did you get into acting and modeling?
Why, when, and how?
Yeah.
That was about 8 years ago, I'd say. I was 19, and I think it's something I've always wanted to do. It was always in the back of my mind, really. But then just ran into my agent as a teenager, and then she looked me dead in my eyes, and she said, "You're going to be an actor." So then I kind of just went with it. I guess 8 years later, here we are.
So now you're 27. Yeah, you're like Luca's age, right?
28, yeah.
My brother, or you're 28.
Yeah. Just in
So
28.
you said that you had it in the back of your mind. So when did you really start thinking? Because I wanted to do podcasts for a long time, but my brother really brought me into it. Because as you know, as I know, when you put yourself out there, you gotta have balls.
Yeah.
The first step is the hardest one. My first podcast was the hardest one. I'm at my 30th. It's getting easier and easier.
Of course.
So, like, what was the that pushed you to fuck it, I just want to do it.
Oh man. I think the first thing really is like when growing up, you want to be an actor, but you don't know. I was born in Montreal, and I come here in Ottawa. You don't think it's possible coming from here. So I think the location was like the biggest problem for me. And then when I found my agent, I looked her up, her roster, and then she had some pretty big people, under her. So I thought maybe there was a way, but I wasn't really believing in it until COVID happened. I think COVID is when the landscape changed. A lot of it, how we did the self-tape, because back then, if you're in Ottawa and you want to be in a commercial on a TV show, you have to go to Toronto to audition. So every time it's like 5 hours drive. You get there, you audition, you come back. You don't get it, obviously. But then COVID happens, then everything's online. So then if you have a nice little setup, a camera, a little mic, you can audition from home. So that changed everything for me, because now I could audition for like 5, 6, 7 commercials same day from my home and then if you book something, then you go and then you get paid, right?
Yeah.
So from that point on, I think that's when I realized like, oh, there's maybe a way I can progress and do something about it. So I took it seriously from there.
In the beginning, do you lose a lot of money doing it? Because like you said, in the beginning, I'm pretty sure for everyone, if you're Denzel Washington, if you're whoever, in the beginning, no one gives a fuck about you, right? Like, who are you?
Right.
For everyone. So in the beginning, like you said, you have to go to Toronto because I guess Ottawa scenery is way smaller.
There's nothing here.
There's
nothing. Nothing.
I said it once, Ottawa, man, is boring. But
Nothing.
It's boring, bro. But either way, yeah, so like, do you lose a lot of money in the beginning?
There is a little investment, yeah, I'd say. You have
investment.
you have to get some classes, acting classes, modeling, how to walk, how to, when you start with an agent, usually it's free, and they get paid when you get paid. That's how it is usually, but they're gonna want to set you up with some classes, some headshots. Like professional headshots can go up to 300. So it's a little investment, but to me, within the first 2 years, I got all my money back and I was in profit from there. So I couldn't say it was anything I didn't make any big sacrifice for it.
Yeah, money-wise, you can't complain, right?
Right.
Yeah, so, and then you said, like, you're a model and an actor.
Yeah, so my agent is more of a modeling agent. She specializes. She has some big models with her. She also, most of the time they do both because it's like kind of the same
Do
industry.
you have to do both?
You don't have to.
No?
You don't have to. No. And but she, if she's big in the modeling scene, then you're gonna want to do both to just get the extra money because she's gonna get you good gigs without too much effort within the modeling sphere. So I started with modeling, but in my mind it was always more, being an actor that was interesting. But it was the auditioning process that was the problem, like I was saying. So
Yeah. And you said in modeling, so I don't really know a lot of modeling. I Googled some models, whatever. So you said you have to learn how to walk.
yeah.
What do you mean?
Man, it's not just the regular walk. It's a different one. It's it's a walk with a message. I don't know how to say that. It's
You walk with confidence?
confidence.
Like
Walk straight.
runways, I suppose.
Yeah, runways. Yeah.
And how do like, can you explain, like, how are they supposed to walk? Like, is it like shoulders, like just look confident?
Yeah, I think it's just head straight, confident, no facial expression, right? And then there's a lot into it that I don't really know too much about. I'm not an expert at it because, like I said, that was never really my, I did it a couple times, but it's a lot of it is also like how you turn. To me, that was like the big learning how to turn, turn around, turn back. And then how you pose, right? There's a way to do it. It's very specific. The industry just they have the things they like, right? So you got to learn what they like to see, how to do it. And then it depends on what you're showcasing also. Because if you're doing like lifestyle clothes, then it's the walk is different, right? If you're in suits, it's a different walk. It depends. If you're doing like high fashion, it's very serious. It's different, right? So it's stuff like that.
Yeah. And also, so like you said, you consider yourself more of an actor.
Yeah.
But does doing modeling, can it help you in acting get more roles, or is it just two separate worlds?
Oh no, it's the same thing. It's the same world.
Same thing. Huh?
There's tons of actors who started as models. It's definitely it goes hand in hand, both of them. They like a lot of filmmakers, they'll get big budgets for a movie, and then when they want the girls, they just pick models because they look good. They just
to be in front of the camera, or to be like extras. Or
in front of the camera, yeah.
Both, really.
It happens a lot. I don't have names on top of my head, but a lot of actors, if you look at them, they start as models.
Yeah. And so now for modeling, this is one thing I'll never understand. Is there like a specific look for male modeling, let's say? Or is it because, beauty is very subjective, right?
It is, yeah.
So, like, is it based on the casting director? Like, he decides who's better looking than who, and then he's going to choose him? Or is there also like maybe your attitude, your confidence, the way you talk, like, or is it just looks?
Yeah, no, definitely like your presence, how you present yourself, it definitely matters, right? So there's that, and then there's like a lot of it is trends, right? So every 5-10 years, the trend it kind of just shifts a little bit.
Yeah.
I think now people like special, interesting features. So before it was really like obviously
maybe?
you want to have prominent features, right? So very visible cheekbones and like wide jaw, and, stuff like that. Obviously, like that piercing look with the how do you call it when the eyebrows are kind of low, and there's stuff like that always stays there. But I think the trend, it shifts, bobs and weaves, and it changes. Like sometimes there's been there was a point in time where redheads were really just really gingers and whatever. Like people just loved them, and now it's like freckles and vitiligo and like anything on your skin, they love it. So it depends. It changes,
So so I've watched a little bit of male models, like David Gandhi, maybe. He's a British.
I've heard of him.
He's been one of like the highest paid male models in the world, and he said that like when he got the Dolce and Gabbana deal with him like jumping in the oceans, like very big, he became like the highest paid male model. He said that I can go into an agency, there could be like 20 guys better looking than me, but they didn't have like the attitude that I had. They didn't approach the casting director like I did. So that's why I've always wondered, like, if you're a male model, how can you hustle?
Okay, that's what I'm saying. It's the presence, like how you present yourself, I think if you get into a room, a casting room, whether it's like for a modeling gig or like for an acting gig, the first thing you see is like people are stressed out of their mind.
Of course.
You got to let it go, man. You just got to let it go, and you just got to, if you just don't panic and feel like you belong and tell yourself, I deserve this gig, and you come up with that energy, you're just going to be miles ahead of everyone else.
Yeah.
So it's really, if you just start there, and then, obviously like a lot of the audition anxiety dissipates with time. So just, you just got to keep doing it and have the confidence that you'll be miles ahead of everyone else.
Yeah. Also through failure and going through failure and failure, and then you don't even care anymore.
100%.
It's like also approaching women. If you get told no once, 1,000 times after, you don't give a shit.
You don't care anymore.
You don't care. Oh, she told me no, it's okay, on to the next one.
Right.
I'm pretty sure it's the same for modeling or for acting gigs, whatever. And so now I've seen also that male models are way less paid than female models.
Well, yeah, obviously, like, it's
Can you
not.
by your experience and your knowledge, why is that?
I think it's the same way WNBA players are not being paid. It's just like nobody cares about guys as much as we care about a beautiful girl. Like we want to see the female models, the female modeling industry, like the fashion industry for girls. It's just so much bigger. So
Yeah.
definitely, I think it's normal.
Yeah, of course. As I've always said this, because I'm a big soccer fan, and I always have women complaining, "Oh, why aren't we paid as much as male sport athletes?" And I always take the same example. Take the highest paid male model. Let's say David. I googled them. There's David Gandhi, Jordan Barrett, I know, Sean O'Pry, and I forgot the rest. But they're the highest paid, and they get paid like 80 times less than, let's say, Giselle Bundchen, Tom Brady's ex, or
Yeah.
Adriana Lima, who was at the time like, I have a crush on her. Adriana Lima, Adriana Lima at the time, or whoever. Like,
Yeah.
there's a huge difference, and the reason is, like you just said, people don't care for male modeling.
Nobody cares.
But for female modeling, for Victoria's Secret, whatever, we all care for it. Same goes for sports. There isn't more men on planet Earth than there are women. But we men, we watch men's sports. Women, they don't care. Like Bianca, I'm pretty sure she doesn't watch female sports. Like, not to put her on camera. Pretty sure she
couldn't
doesn't.
name you one WNBA player, not one.
Caitlin.
Of course, Caitlin Clark. Okay, that's cheating. But
Okay, so yeah.
what team she playing on? There you go.
Yeah,
okay,
even
thank you
do
very
you know?
much. I don't either.
Yeah. Yeah, and also, so like in model, like you said, from with time to time, the trend changes. So maybe
Yeah.
before it was maybe like skinnier. Now it can maybe be like more gym, more muscles.
Man, I think we tried that. They tried to shift it into like more of a accepting plus size, but we didn't get there. It's back to
No?
like if you look at New York Fashion Week or Paris, whatever, like what Dior is doing and all the high fashion ones, it's all like skinny, super slim, 6'5" plus models. That's what it is.
And now like I know in the modeling world, like I said in the beginning, beauty is very subjective. But in general, like we all think the same people are beautiful and the same woman in general. So now, like you said, there's like a shift in plus size woman. I don't want to speak too much. In plus size woman, either way, it like for you, in your opinion, in your personal experience, from what you've seen and you lived through, like does that make sense to you that everyone should be in front of a cover magazine? Does everyone merit to be in front of a cover magazine?
Man, I think I like to promote just a healthy lifestyle. So for me, I would think if you have a body that's not promoting that, maybe just stay home. But I mean, I think everyone deserves to just be able to feel good within themselves and do what they want. Obviously, it's just I like to promote what's good for your health, personally.
I'm 100% with you on that, but this is how I see it. So, like, yes, I believe a healthy lifestyle. You go to the gym, it's
Right.
easy. You like eating well, it's very important, right? So, but I mean, you have to merit it. Like that's how I believe. So, like, I understand you want to promote everyone healthy lifestyle, but to be in front of a cover magazine, like I've said many times, I want to see the best looking woman. It's very subjective, yes, but in general, we find the same woman beautiful, whatever. So I'm not gonna get too much into that. It isn't a reality check; it's an interview. So how do acting auditions work? Do you get a
Well,
call at first, or do you submit?
so again, a lot of that changed with COVID. COVID really
Okay.
just like
Even
from
to
here
now?
all the way to Hollywood, everywhere, it just changed everything, right?
Okay,
Because
yeah.
before, a casting, which it still happens, but it's just not like before. It used to be a casting director would send auditions to agents or online, and then you could either apply directly or have your agent, put you in, and then you'd have to go and meet them in person. And then, okay, do such and such, this and that, and you do it, and then maybe we call you back, maybe you never heard from us again, and you just repeat the process. But now with you have websites like Actors Access where you just see the listing online, and it just requires you to send a video. So you just
Okay, yeah.
record it at home, send it. Anyone could do it. Anyone can get booked. So the only advantage with having an agent is just the amount of because she's doing all the researching for you. So you could just be at home chilling, and then she's just
Sending it to you.
sending it to you, and then you just do it.
Yeah, so that's what agents do. They're like the middleman.
Yeah, yeah.
in a
They
way.
take care of a lot of it. The payments, the accommodation, all of that.
Okay,
They do
yeah.
all the conversations. I just show
Yeah.
up on set, do what she says.
You show your talent and
That's it. Just shine when it's time to.
time to shine, baby. So, like I said in the beginning, you had to take acting classes. I'm sure,
Yeah.
pretty sure everyone has to. But is acting like, is it something you're born with? Like, if you're not born with that talent, can you become an actor still, or is it you have to be like a certain level of talent to begin with it?
Oh man, I think there is talent.
Mm-hmm.
There is people that just start with something that other people don't start with. But
Mm-hmm.
I've seen. I've been doing it for 8 years, and I've seen some pretty interesting people just do well, just out of sheer willpower, man.
Yeah,
Just,
that's
so at this point, I feel like anyone could do it. I think I got lucky. It didn't come as hard for me, and the career kind of came to me instead of like having to put in as much effort as some people. But I definitely think outwork work if you work hard, you beat talent 100.
yeah,
percent
yeah. I also believe in that. And also, because I watch a lot of movies, when I've
Yeah.
seen Arnold Schwarzenegger act, when I've seen, what's his name, Sly Stallone act,
Yeah,
or when I've seen, I forgot who's the
anyone
other
can
guy.
do it, man.
When I've seen Sylvester Stallone act, bro, I mean, no disrespect, bro, your movie's Rocky, I love it, but the guy can't act.
Especially the first one. Yeah, anyone can do it.
But I looked at his documentary, and he said his willpower is like he didn't give a fuck who said no to him. He didn't give a fuck if he had like a lisp when he speaks. He doesn't
Yeah,
speak
yeah,
well. No acting skills. I mean, this is the truth. And he went so far in the acting world. So like you said, I believe literally anyone can do it.
And he got good at it. I think the last ones he
Yeah.
did, they were much better than the first one, at least. So
Yeah.
I think it's just, man, just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Of course, that's number one thing. Just start with it. And like Arnold also. Arnold, you cannot have like all the odds against him more than that. Bro, he's an immigrant from Austria. Thick accent. Doesn't have the usual Hollywood look.
Yeah.
And he has no acting skills. And he became like one of the highest paid actors for like years.
Yeah, he did it.
Ah, that's crazy.
Why not me? Why not you? Why not?
Why not? Why not me?
Right? Anyone?
Yeah, and so would you say that the acting world is toxic with casting directors? With let's say in politics, they say you want a friend in politics, get a dog. Like you have no friends here.
Yeah.
That's what they say in Washington
Yeah,
D.C.
yeah. Oh man, it's an interesting industry it's been interesting to navigate. I think for the most part, people are friendly. I think there definitely is some shady shit happening up there. That you start seeing a glimpse of it as you kind of progress through it. But I feel like it's the old people, man. It's the boomers. They're just weird, man. I don't know. I feel like our generation is a bit more self-conscious of what we're doing and how we're abusing power and how all of that. I don't think it's as bad. There is a toxic aspect of everyone is trying to get something out of you, but I think that's everywhere. To me, that's everywhere. I don't see it as being as so different as from real life, outside everyday life. To me, it's the same.
So like when you said the boomers,
Yeah,
and then you said the new generation.
yeah.
But do you think that the new generation in Hollywood especially is like when it comes to movie making, is it a bit too woke?
It comes in waves. I think it comes in
Okay,
waves,
yeah.
and I think we're at the end of like that movement. I don't know what we're going to. I don't know where we're headed, but I do think there's been too much of like trying to push an agenda with every project, like trying to send a message. Just make the movie, just have fun, just
Make a good movie.
Make a good movie, and but I think we heard the message, we've been through it, so it's definitely do what you want, but it's things are going to move and change.
Yeah, of course, in every aspect of life, in every
Yeah.
business, whatever. But I feel like wokeism killed the comedy genre of movies. Because before,
man, it's-
let's say before Talladega Nights,
Yeah.
the things they said on that movie, if it was said today, I'm not sure if it would pass. Tropic Thunder, where Robert Downey Jr. played blackface, I'm not sure if that would pass now. But
No,
the movie-
none of that passes, man. Even just like stand-up comedy is having problems with
Mm-hmm.
wokeism and all of that. People I think that's what comedy is. You have to be on the line. You have to be on the line. So if hurt all the time. It's just, it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
So, but I like that the comedians, they're not backing down. They just keep doing what they're doing, and I don't know if it's gonna change. I don't know if it's gonna get
Yeah,
better
I
or
hope
worse.
so, man.
But
I hope
yeah,
so. Because did you watch the Tom Brady roast on Netflix?
I
It
did.
was live. Right, I love that. Because
Yeah.
they went like everyone bashed each other. They all went crazy on each other, and I like that. Like, there's no cancellation.
Mm-hmm.
It's like back in 2010 or whatever. Like, you can say whatever because it's comedy.
That's how it should be. Yeah.
It's different in real life. You shouldn't say some things in real life, but when it's comedy, when it's television, when it's entertainment, it's a bit different. Like, you want to be funny. If it has to be funny, it has to be dramatized.
Yeah, you gotta push that limit a little bit. You
Of course,
can't be too
not,
soft.
Not too much. Like,
Yeah.
you shouldn't threaten people. Like I always say, I would never threaten someone. Oh, I'd go there and beat your ass. I never say that.
Mm-hmm.
But if I have to say what I have to say, I mean, that's a bit different. And if you don't like it, like, so it's a bit different, And
get
so, yeah, as a colored person now, do you think it's harder, or by your experience, did you have like any? Is it harder for you? Is it easier maybe nowadays as a colored man, or?
I think it's easier, actually.
Really?
I hear people complain a lot, and I think, like, in a sense, there is kind of like, it's like segregated a little bit because most of the movies are all white. And there's an article that came out actually not too long ago about how Hollywood is losing millions of dollars every year by not including enough people of color in their movies. Right?
They're losing money.
Yeah, because like if you don't have like a certain percentage of actors
Who are
who are BIPOC, then you like there's a penalty for it from I don't know who's.
like the government?
Yeah, something like that.
Really?
They're losing a lot of money. Yeah, because they're not. I don't even think they're close to meeting the standards that they have to meet. So there's definitely some gatekeeping there, but the agenda is being pushed. And when it comes to like small commercials, if you watch TV, like if you watch like sports and then you see the commercials, like there's not a lot of white people in there. It's
Really?
all it's all BIPOC, and it's also I get a lot of roles where you see the little addition and it's like, oh, we're heavy on, we want blacks, we want Hispanic, we want, so,
Do they write it? We
Yeah,
want
they write
blacks,
it.
we want Hispanics.
They-
Really?
They'll say like, go heavy on the BIPOC, give me some blah X, Y, and Z. So I a lot of my bookings have been, you get on set and then shit, there's like an Asian guy, a Latino, and then an Indian, and then there's me. So it's like, okay, I get why I'm here, right?
Yeah.
They're definitely trying to, meet.
When they do that, do you feel like in a way they're using the color of your skin?
Yeah, but that's what being an actor is, man. You're just selling your
Yeah,
body,
yeah.
man. You're just.
Maybe
what it
sometimes they
is.
can use a beautiful lady just for her looks. So you see it the same way?
Yeah, that's your product. Is you, your body, your face,
Yeah.
what you look like. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty shook you said that it's easier now. Because I was pretty sure that like 99% would say that it's still harder. And I would believe that it would still be harder for colored people to break through in, let's say, acting.
I think breakthrough, yeah. Like I said,
Okay,
like
yeah,
there's a
breakthrough.
point up there where it's pretty divided still, but down at the bottoms when it comes to commercials and the small little gigs, they're looking for people of color. For me, my personal experience, it's just been free. They want black man, they want guy with dreads,
Guy with
yeah, they want it. So.
Yeah. But to become an A-list actor,
Yeah, that's
think
a
it's
different.
harder, or-
That's a different discussion. 100%.
Okay,
I think
yeah.
it's harder because, man, I think there's such an element of trust and connection that comes with it. If you come from a Caucasian background, I think you just have more chances to having the right connection. All the executives are white, all the producers are white. It's most of them. So I think it's easier to get around, meet the right people, have trusted connections, but I don't think it's impossible. I think
Yeah.
I don't like to complain about stuff like that. I don't like to play the victim. So
Yeah.
if it's possible, just try.
yeah. So like how in sports there's like a peak age.
Yeah,
Let's say in soccer it's from 27 to 33. You're at your peak.
yeah.
In acting, is it maybe like the older you get, the better you get because it's more experience
If you're a man,
for men
yeah. If you're a girl, peak is much earlier than that.
because of beauty?
Yeah, that's what it is. And it's
Really?
you'll see a lot of movies where the male lead is 37 and the female lead is like 20. That's what happens a lot. I've seen 18 and 35, stuff like that. And it's just for girls, I think you can find success much earlier. and then as soon as you hit the 30s, it slows down a little bit, and then you go off of raw talent. You just but when it comes to men, I think the older you get, the better it gets. 35, 40, you see them. It's just when you look at the average, their salaries it just keeps going up, right?
Yeah. So I guess that Hollywood is very cruel.
It
right?
is. Yeah.
Yeah, I can only
Unforgiving.
imagine, right?
100%.
Like if a woman gets older, like I guess there'll be like more like cutthroat. Oh, you're old now. Like we need
Next.
someone who's 20 years old who's a sex bomb. Like
Next, that's
Really?
it.
They don't care, huh?
Nobody cares, man. It's life. Nobody owes you nothing, bro. They
yeah,
just,
that's true.
I don't believe in like justice when it comes to workplace. It's just they use you if they don't need you anymore. Tomorrow could be my last gig, right?
Of course.
Never know.
Or your best gig.
Or my best, right? So I don't think it's a fair game. No.
Of course it isn't. Yeah. That's Hollywood, right? Yeah. So in Hollywood, let's say in a movie, when I watch a movie and now this is for men and there's a sex scene, is it real?
So it's fun because I've done some of those, and man, I'm not gonna. It's awkward, bro. It's awkward. Like to me, at least to me, just having like 30 people in the room watching you like fake having sex with someone.
Fake, so you fake it.
Yeah, obviously it's not. You're not.
There's
fully
never
doing it.
a real sex scene. Let's say
mean,
there's
I've-
like a
I've-
director who's very like artsy, liberal, woke, and he wants like real emotions. You know what kind of director I'm talking, right? The real, like I want the real emotion. Could that happen?
Oh man, I think it used to be like that. I think it used to happen because
Yeah.
I've definitely read some weird shit, but like it's changed. It's changed. There is some positive to the woke movement. It changed all of that. You don't get sexually assaulted on set as much as you used to because before,
Yeah.
if you were a girl going through that industry, something's gonna happen to you. Right now,
Like
maybe
Marilyn Monroe.
something's
She
gonna
got a
happen
lot,
to you, right? So, but I think now, it's just not how it used to be. There are still things happening, obviously, but it's not like it was before. So now, if you're doing a scene, you're gonna have what they call it, an intimacy coordinator. So there's gonna be a guy or a girl who's gonna be right beside you on the bed, saying like, you do this, you do that, and it's gonna be rehearsed before. So there's no more. Let's just like you guys just go at it, and then
What happens happens.
whatever happens happens. 'Cause that's crazy. That's
So
crazy.
there's a coordinator that
Yeah.
and you practice before.
Yeah. You go through the motions of what you're gonna do,
Okay.
when and where, and then ask for consent, and if the girl's okay with it. Because a lot of times they're gonna add things that are not on the script, like on the fly, depending on how things feel, right? So you got to make sure both parties are okay with it.
So would you say that in general is Hollywood evil?
Shit,
The acting world, let's say.
it is not the industry of the saint, but I
hard.
don't know if I could outright say it's evil. I definitely do think acting as a career, it comes with its use in society. I think it has its use. It could do good. I believe in the art. Now, are there some evil people in there? 100%,
Like everywhere.
like everywhere.
Yeah.
Right.
But I feel like, I don't know why, but I feel like Hollywood has a lot of fake people in it. And I feel like the industry, the vibe is fake.
Yeah,
I feel like
of
LA
course,
is really fake. That's why I
man.
don't really like LA. Like I find it beautiful and everything, but I couldn't like really live there with the people because I don't like fake people.
Yeah,
And I feel like, it's because it's Hollywood and people who go there, they go there with dreams, right? And
100%.
and some people are ready to do like a lot of things to achieve their dreams, right?
Oh, yeah, this place reeks of desperation. That's for sure. But what are you gonna do, man? If your podcast does well, when it does well, you're gonna have to go, man. You're gonna have
Yeah,
to
I
go. You're gonna
understand.
have to visit. People are there. That's where it's happening. So we don't really have a choice, right?
Yeah. So like I asked you in the beginning, when it comes to acting skills,
Yeah.
you said that you can develop, like you can become better and better, right?
Yeah, of course.
But is there a certain like plateau someone can hit? Let's say Robert De Niro,
Yeah.
very talented, like one of the greatest of all time. I could never, like, I'm pretty sure I could never reach that because I don't have that skill. But even if I take all the acting classes 24/7, like everything, what do you believe?
I think actors like him have something in them
Mm-hmm.
to make it to like the top percentile of
Yeah,
actors.
he's like one of the greatest of all time, right?
Yeah, but I think you'd be surprised how far you can make it with just obsessing over it. If you watch every movie, if you learn every little
Yeah, yeah.
technique, it's a lot of it is understanding of human emotions and you know how we always act from a place of love, and then once you kind of find a way to find your deeper motives everywhere and everything you do, it gets easier once you understand how human psychology kind of works. So human behavior, all that. So there is more to it than just learning how to act. There's like a
Yeah.
little understanding. You gotta have to go to school for human psychology a little bit, and then if you
Really?
do both, yeah, because what you get is a script. You just get words, so you have to
Yeah,
from
yeah.
the script understand who's saying what, why, right? And that's that kind of, you know, because everything we say, we never really say what we want to say. There's always kind of like what we mean under it, right? So you have to understand that there's like a layer to understand. Once you get there, then it'll I think that's where a lot of beginner actors, they don't get to that. And if you get there, so many doors open for your performance to shine, right? Because then you can have the same 3 words and say it 50 different ways, right? So because of that, I think it's an art that has infinite amount of way to express itself, and then it becomes hard to say who's good and who's bad then, right?
Yeah, yeah.
At the end of the day, is the performance believable or not?
Yeah, it's hard. It's like it's not like, let's say you want to see who's faster between me and you. We do a race. That's it.
Easy,
You
yeah.
won. You're faster. I won. I'm faster. But in acting, how can you tell who's better?
It's like if you're painting something and I'm painting an apple, you're painting an apple, and we're
that's
both.
hard.
It's hard to say who painted it better. Maybe like I just did it in my own creative
a
way,
way, yeah.
right?
And like you said, you get a script. You
Yeah.
only get like your dialogue, your words. Do you get maybe like, oh, but your character is, let's say, like your shout out your short film that just came out on YouTube.
Yeah.
You're like a fuckboy, right? You have
Okay, that's
3 or 4
crazy, but
Yeah,
yeah,
but bro, you
I
have
get
3 or
it.
4, 3 or 4 girlfriends. You have another
Yeah.
girlfriend.
If you say it that way, yeah.
But do they tell you, okay, so this is your guy? Or do they give you more space? Like, in general, it's this, but you play with it. Like,
So that one I did it myself. I wrote it myself, so it was different.
Okay,
But
yeah.
then I wrote it and I showed it to a screenwriter,
Mm-hmm.
and then she kind of helped me through it. So it's different, but usually when it's not when you're not writing it, yeah, the script comes in. It's just a bunch of words, and then but you get like physical actions. So like, oh, here you stand up. Here you
Yeah.
take a sip of your drink. Here you maybe, I don't know. It's not gonna tell you what you're feeling, so it's hard to know. Okay, let's say there's a drink here, and my line is, "Go ahead, drink it." Right? Does it mean there's poison in it? You drink it, you're gonna die, or does it mean, hey, go ahead, drink it, man. It's cool. It's yours. I'm your friend. Or does it mean, I dare you to drink it, motherfucker. I'll kill you. Right? That's for you to like kind of piece together.
yeah.
So that's the challenge of it.
And when you said it, there's a lot of human psychology, which I like makes sense, which I believe. But does method acting, like I've listened
man.
a lot. What is method acting?
So how can I put it simply? Method acting is basically like not getting out of character between the takes.
Okay.
So that's like, it gets weird. It can get weird. Like just I've never been around that, but I've heard a lot of it, and it's just, man, if your character is a psychopath and you don't get out of character between the takes, what?
Like Heath Ledger, right? And when he played Joker,
Yeah,
I think he was like deep into
permanent
it. That's
into
why
it.
yeah.
and it's harder to get out of it if you do that. I think for me, because
Yeah.
it's so where's the line? I need to in my brain when I hear action and cut. That's my cue to like go back to being Simba. But before that, like, so if you don't have that line, well, how do you? I don't know how to navigate that.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be an asshole to people around me. It's just
Yeah, you wanna
it's
be nice.
scary. Yeah, I want to be nice. Man.
Yeah. But I've heard Daniel Day-Lewis, he's really into method acting. I know that. I think Marlon Brando started it. I think that's
It
what I
started
read.
around that time. I don't know who started
yeah.
it. It started around that time. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think
There's a lot of methods. Like,
I can see why it could work.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you get so deep into the character, maybe it adds some depth to it. But my question has always been like, is it necessary though? Right? Is it? Do you have to do that to give a better performance? I don't know.
can you sometimes take a role and then like because it's all human psychology, right? So you're into that role, and then you're portraying some emotions, but then you're like when you get out of the role, you're still like mixed because you're like, but wait, maybe that was really me, but no,
Yeah.
I'm an actor, or who is Simba, right? Like
Right.
you're on your short movie, your name is Brendan, right?
Yeah.
Like there's Brendan, but I'm pretty sure you take some parts of your real life of Simba to put it into Brendan. Some are fake.
Obviously,
Can
yeah.
you be like mistaken sometimes mixed? Like, can that happen for actors?
I think yeah, some of it's gonna follow you home. And you have to make a conscious effort to detach from it. Some of it, for me, that's my personal experience. But I've heard of a lot of people who had to sometimes go to therapy to just lose that part of it, right? So it happens. It definitely happens, especially like on long, like if you're doing a TV show or like a long production set, you know. So it is a possibility.
Can there happen like an identity crisis? Let's say because Jordan Peterson said that all guys, now I'm deviating a little bit, but it's going to make sense, that everyone who does one night stands are psychopaths. And then the other guy said, everyone. He
I don't know why she's
everyone.
laughing.
Yeah, no, just let her. She doesn't make sense here. So the other guy said, everyone. Then he said, well, even if you aren't, the fact that you're doing it day after day, month after month, will turn you a little bit into a psychopath. And let's say now you're doing a TV show for 1 year straight.
Yeah.
Now let's say in real life, you're the shy guy, like most actors I think are in real life, from what I've seen, Johnny Depp and whoever. Let's say you're the shy guy in real life, but your character is the loud, extroverted playboy, high school jock, whatever. By doing it repeatedly, like, does your brain maybe think, but is this me now? Like, humans can change, right?
Yeah, I do think so. Like you said, if someone who was very introverted before the show does a show where he's just being like this loud, super extravagant guy for like 9 seasons, I do think it's gonna change like a 10% of them, like in real life.
Yeah.
That's what I think, right? What do I know, right? But
What do I know? A lot, bro.
I think also like thankfully a lot of those roles, because what you bring in as an actor is also your personality, right? So then most of the time, if they need a guy like that, they're gonna get a guy that's already like that, right? That's kind of already. There are some actors like the big ones who can do pretty much anything, right?
Yeah.
They can get into any kind of characters, but for the most part, they'll bring someone in who kind of already fits what the character wants to portray. They're gonna pick someone who has it naturally, right? So the performance can be even better than if it was someone who's just so different from that. If you need someone aggressive, it's hard to get the little shy guy to act tough, right? So they're gonna get someone who already has that in him.
Instead, if he's like a fucking very talented actor, then I feel like he can switch easily between.
Yeah, some of them can just do whatever.
Or some actors, maybe there are some actors who pretty much play the same role in every movie. Pretty much. Like let's see Ryan Gosling. He always plays a cool guy.
Yeah.
He's always a cool guy in every movie. So do you feel like maybe in real life he's a cool guy, but when it comes to acting, he just dramatizes it for TV?
Probably. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
It goes, it's typecasting. I think every actor kind of comes in through that. You get typecasted when you start because nobody knows you. Nobody knows how to cast you. So they go based off of what you did last, right? And so it's like, oh, I need a guy that just looks like a surfer. Oh my God, you remember that guy from that movie? It's called
Long blonde hair.
And then so if you're blonde hair, long hair, blue eyes, you're just gonna do like 9 surfer movies. And then once people know you, then they can test the water a little bit. They feel comfortable with trying you on different roles. But a lot of people, you come in, your first couple gigs are gonna be typecasted.
Yeah. And also, let's say when you start off, and then you have like this portfolio of you, like, oh, you have the look of, let's say, a romantic guy. So then you go on and do rom-coms. Let's say you do nine movies. This is what happened to Matthew McConaughey. He used to only do rom-coms, but then he wanted to switch into dramas. But his agent told him that people know you too much from rom-coms that you cannot go into drama. Does that happen?
Yeah, well, I'm not there yet, but like, and I think for his case, he just had to stop taking the calls.
Yeah, that's
for a long time. So sometimes that's what you got to do, man. Sometimes the typecast is because especially now, people don't like risk. That's why you're seeing Avengers Part 29. Marvel 30th movie. People are scared of taking risks, so they just do what they know is gonna work. So if they know. You take this guy, you make a romance movie, you get money. They just want to do that. They don't want to try something
repeat and repeat.
So they're scared to try to innovate and do things that don't work. Sometimes you got to kind of nudge them into that direction.
But as an actor, you're an artist, so I feel like you're always gonna have the feeling of I want to try new roles.
Yeah.
I'm always playing the same role. Like, can it become artistically boring?
It will.
It's-
I think
it's
it will.
like-
Yeah, 100%. You need some artistic expression to feel alive when you do something like that. But to me, it's at this point, you can't just always wait to be chosen. At some point, you gotta do your own shit and then try to make the steps yourself. Because like it's gonna be hard if you can't make any movement by yourself.
Yeah, makes sense. And now for stunt doubles, how often are stunt doubles used? Is it based on? Because I know Tom Cruise does all of his own stunts, right?
Yeah.
So
So I've never like done like those big budget movies, like the millions. So
yeah.
I've never seen a stunt double in my life, to be
Really?
honest. Yeah. I've seen a double, like just someone who just kind of stand in, like looks like the actor to just kind of stand in. Well, let's say we're doing a movie, and then when you have to repeat your line, they have someone that looks like me stand there just so that you have someone to look at that looks like me, but it's not me.
But
seen
is the camera rolling?
it's on you though,
oh, it's only on
so they
me.
don't see me. So then it's a stand-in. It's not me.
Okay, you're only there to like help me with the dialogue, right?
Right.
Okay.
Just so you have something to go off of, but sometimes then it's
instead
not
of
me.
being like
Right. So
yeah.
I've seen that, but I've never seen like the actual like backflip crazy guy jumping from cliffs and just,
yeah.
that'd be cool though.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Soon. Okay, now, in general, is Hollywood, because I know that in the 50s, people were more hidden. Is there a lot of hidden gays in Hollywood? Because I know Hollywood in general, artists in general are more soft in general.
Yeah.
They're more artistic, more emotional, which, goes
Leans
more
into
in-
that. Yeah.
a little bit more, you
Yeah.
know?
Man, I don't think.
Or is it more open now?
Yeah, I don't think we need to hide as much. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think because are there a lot of gays in there? Yeah, a lot of everything that you don't see as much in real life, but that's the beauty of it. You get on set, you don't know what you're gonna see. People are just so different from everywhere, and now people are open about it.
Yeah.
So it makes it so interesting to be a part of all of this. I've seen
course.
everything, man.
So out of every work you did in modeling and acting,
Yeah,
which is your favorite? The
my
one you
God.
learned the most from, whatever, your favorite.
the one I learned the most is definitely No Regrets. It's a TV show I did in 2021 that never came out. It might still
Really?
be coming out. It's like, they sold it to a distributor. So now we're just kind of waiting, but it's been years. So who knows if it comes out or not, but it was a TV show. So TV shows, you have the time to learn and be there on set every day, right? With the production company, see how they do things and just be there for months and months and months. So that really taught me to like a lot of what I know today, how to make my own stuff. I learned from that process. And, the production company, they were pretty open with the whole process. So any question I've had, I'm pretty sure I annoyed them, to be honest, because I was just asking
good.
questions every day, just a million questions. Just how do you do this? What is that? What's that for? So they were pretty open to let me, because a lot of times on set, especially if it's for big commercials, you get on set and there's like 50 people, but they don't have time to talk to you. They don't have time to tell you what is what. They're just running around. Everyone's running around. You don't know what's going on, and then you just kind of have to sit there. And if you start talking to the crew member too much, people sometimes they're just like, "Yo, go into holding, sit down, shut the fuck up," So like that was a much smaller production, so they just had time for me to just explain the whole process. It was fun. Yeah.
So like you said, so how is it being on set? Is it stressful? Is it very active, very animated, or does it depend
I
on?
wouldn't say it's very animated. I think it's very animated for the other people. But if you're an actor, you kind of just sit there and look. Just everyone's running around, but you're waiting. So it's
the
a,
non-actors, cameraman,
yeah,
lights,
the cameraman, the rig guy, the focus pull. There's literally there could be 100 people on set, and then 3 actors, and then the 3 actors are just kind of sitting on the sideline for 8 hours, and you act for maybe 2 of that. So for us, I wouldn't say it's very animated.
Yeah.
It's kind of just slow. You just sit there. It is stressful in a sense because then your whole performance of the day comes down to like 10 minutes. So like
for one day.
yeah, because right, like you let's say you're shooting a commercial a 15-second spot commercial for TV, like you're still shooting that for 2 days for 15 seconds, right? So
Why?
man, it just takes time. It takes time.
Really?
You'd be surprised the amount of work that comes into setting the scene up, the lights, the decoration. A lot of time it's in a studio, so everything's fake. Like the room's fake, the walls are fake, like the plants are fake, like everything is
The
just
people?
live.
I'm joking.
You know? But yeah, it's a big process. It's a lot of people just moving shit around, like changing the lights. You do it take one time, and then they don't like how the light is shining on your left side, so they just change 9 lights to. So there is a lot that goes into it. But just if you're an actor, there's not much for you to do besides waiting.
And does it happen a lot? You said that when you did, what was the TV show that you learned the most from? The name?
No regrets.
No Regrets.
Yeah.
Does it happen a lot that, let's say you film something and then you're like, oh, is it gonna get out? Then someone buys it and you're just waiting.
Yeah,
and
and
nothing
that's
happens.
something I did not know, man. I had no idea that's how it happened. But so most of the time you have pilots, we call those. So
First episode.
Yeah, it's like the first episode that you release, and then you either do the first episode and then present it to network companies, and then they decide if they want to fund the full show, or you pitch them an idea and then they give you money, and then you do the first episode with that money, and then they release it, and if it does well, then we fund you the whole thing. Something like that. So from that process, I know that you can do a lot of pilots that don't get picked up, a lot of first episodes that just don't amount to anything.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that there was people out there doing full TV shows, and then you just got to hustle to sell it.
Full TV show?
Yeah, we shot like 7 episodes,
Really?
and then it's just like out of their own pockets.
So you got paid?
I got paid a little bit,
yeah.
Because it's
Yeah.
not super big budget. These people are not rich, right? So
Yeah.
they want, what they're doing is they're doing season 1, and then if they sell it, then they get the money for season 2. That's where the big money comes in. That happens a lot. A lot of the TV shows you watch, you'll notice that the first season, the quality is just not the same as season 2. Like there's a big,
Yeah,
there's
that's
going to
true,
be a
that's true,
big difference quality. A lot of times that's because stuff like that, and I didn't know, honestly. So we did the whole thing out of their own pockets. I don't even want to know how much they paid for that, but
You don't care. Deep down, like.
I mean, I care in the sense of like, if this does well, my career is set, right? So I
Yeah,
care
that's
in that
nice.
sense.
Yeah.
And I care for them. They're my friends, right? I want them to
Yeah.
succeed, but I don't know. It's a lot of it's a big risk. It's a lot of work
Yeah.
that could potentially,
Be something big.
Yeah, but they, sorry, they got another contract from it. So from that TV show, even though it didn't sell yet, they still got another TV show that went on to Bell 5 TV or something like
yes,
that. Yeah. So I can see how it paid off, even if the show doesn't come out.
Yeah. And what was I gonna say? Yeah, so No Regrets is where you learned the most.
Yeah.
Which one was your favorite? Work, commercial, short film, TV show, whatever.
Oh my God, my favorite one. I did a lot of commercials, man. Well, I shot one in Mexico last month.
Yeah, I've seen
That was a big experience for me. Just how I was treated, just flown out, all that. So, getting money every day just to go to restaurants and wait and visit Mexico was cool. But when it comes to on set, I just like big sets. I like the bigger, the better for me. I just like to see the most amount of people. I did one for Amazon at one point. I don't even know if it came out. And that was such a big set, just seeing like hundreds of people moving around and moving stuff, and the amount of things that they do. Like they renovated the entire house for that 15-second commercial, right? So I like to see big stuff, and I'm always looking for the bigger set. Okay, well, that's 100 people. Let me see what 200 people looks like, what 300, 400. Yeah, so that's cool. I've done some movies as well. I've been on set for movies, but I feel like that's kind of it's weirdly sometimes the sets are smaller for bigger movies, and then for a 15-second Coors Light commercial, then the set is bigger than a full-blown movie that goes on TV. So it's a weird.
It's maybe like the quality is better, but it's smaller.
I think it's the same quality, to be honest. I don't know. It's just commercials. There is a lot more effort that goes into it that you would think.
Yeah. I can go for 15 seconds. I've watched some of the
15 seconds.
commercials. You know, when you're like a baseball player, then you come in like,
Yeah.
what does that even mean? So if you're
Yeah.
telling me that only for like that little commercial it took days, I mean, I can only imagine. Like, I guess it's lighting. Oh, I didn't like that take. Redo it.
And that
whatever.
commercial was shot inside. That wasn't even the baseball field was in a studio. That was the crazy one to see as well. How they built the whole baseball field in like a little how do you call it? Like I forget the name of it, but those soundstage. There you go. It's wild, man. It was a lot. It was a lot of people on that set.
And for acting, what about tattoos? Can it affect your career?
Yeah, you know, my agent doesn't like me getting tattoos, so it's always
have a lot?
little.
Like
No,
on
just
your
on my
arm,
arm
so-
here. That's it.
Oh,
And
only that?
Yeah, and
Okay.
I try to keep it
Hidden.
easily coverable, just so you know, if I book something with long sleeves, nothing shows, and even with short sleeves, you don't see too much.
Yeah.
A lot
I
of-
mean, they can cover it easily, like makeup.
Yeah, but it takes time. You know, it
Takes
takes
time.
time. If you're doing a random commercial, then you have to choose between Black Guy 1 and Black Guy 2. And Black Guy 2 doesn't require 30 minutes of makeup for the tattoos. You just take Black Guy 2, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, like unless the first guy really brings something different
Really,
to make
yeah.
it worth it. But it's definitely, you know, I wouldn't do it on my neck or my face because that's like a big price to pay for. I do think there used to be a big stigma around it, and now it's they're more relaxed.
Everyone has
they're
them.
more relaxed, but it's a process because then you have to get the tattoo artist to sign waivers for them because technically you would need to pay them to showcase their tattoos on screen.
Really?
Yeah, so it's a process. You don't want to do too much of that. It's hard to get
So,
into.
like, do they do it for free? Like, what do you mean?
So like let's say I tattoo a bird on your forearm.
Yeah.
Like it's your arm, but the design is mine. So if you show it, you need to pay me.
Oh, you pay the tattoo artist.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's weird. It's a weird thing to
Really?
Yeah, but you know, a lot of them are just gonna sign some papers that you know they relegate the rights to it.
Yeah.
So it could be trouble though.
Yeah.
All right. So
What about modeling? Tattoos, does that affect? I suppose more
I don't
than
see
acting.
much. I don't see many models with a lot of tattoos. To be honest, I don't think it's. There's a style to it because there's high fashion modeling and then there's lifestyle modeling. So like modeling for Walmart or you know like their posters on the wall. Maybe those you can have a little more tattoos and whatnot. But I feel like for high fashion they don't like it.
Yeah, no.
You don't see a lot of it.
Like, yeah. And now for the dating world. Since you're into modeling and acting, since you've gotten into it, do you get more attention from women outside of acting, modeling in real life?
Yeah, I would say a little more. It's an intriguing career, so the girls are intrigued to know what you're doing. But,
Of course.
you know, and it comes with you get seen more, right? But like I would get the same attention. I get as much attention from just posting on social media, non-acting related stuff, right? Just
Yeah, I've seen your TikTok.
yeah,
Nice,
so
that's
that
nice.
gets me more than
Yeah.
the acting things.
Really? But can there be some negatives that come with it? Let's say I have a girlfriend, let's say, and she's an actor. Bro, she ain't doing no sex scene. Bro, I'm sorry. She's not.
I would let her do it.
Instead, if I can see it and like the director, like you said, the coordinator, he explains to me, look, they won't be touching that much, but just the fact that I would see my girlfriend kiss another man, like that, it would affect me. Like, I'm
And
telling the truth.
you know what's crazy? Like I've seen actors play male and female lead together on set, both married, and there's some sussy shit like some unnecessary stuff that is happening between the takes that don't need to be
Between the
there.
takes.
Yeah, between the actors. It's a very free world, man. So like sometimes, man, like you see some stuff that like, oh man, like I don't know, but I would honestly like it's a that's what the industry's like, and I think
Very open,
it's very open,
spirited people.
You're right, just open-minded, man. Just
Open-minded, right?
let it be. So I think I would let her do it. Well, it's not my choice anyway, but you know, like I don't think too bad of it because I did it, and to me, it was so awkward that I know she's not necessarily gonna enjoy it. Right? It's gonna be awkward for her as well. So.
Also, it happens a lot, right? You know, like Brad Pitt used to be with Jennifer Aniston, then he did a movie with Angelina
And
Jolie.
he switched to her, and
He switched to her because of the movie, right? Mr. and Mrs. Smith. So, like, do some women maybe just like want to be with you because, oh, I've seen him on camera. Oh, he's good looking. He's doing acting movies. Like,
Yeah, but I'm just not. I don't think I'm there yet where it matters that much.
Okay.
You know, I think it gets there a little bit.
But
you
still, I
know?
mean, you're still on commercials. I mean,
Yeah.
I was watching the Super Bowl. I think right. So I mean, still, like, bro, believe me, women are gonna see that and it's gonna bring your status up.
I mean,
Like-
don't get me wrong, it helps, but
Of course, it helps, bro. Come
we're
on.
just not at the point where it's like I'm
No,
not getting
I'm not
flooded.
saying it's
or-
like
yeah,
DiCaprio or whatever,
Right.
but it's still like they see you on. I mean, either way, good for you, bro. Good
Hey,
for you, bro.
appreciate it.
Okay, so now it's gonna be rapid fire questions.
Oh man, okay.
So don't worry about it. So who's your favorite actor?
Ooh, Denzel Washington,
Yeah, me, I would say DiCaprio.
DiCaprio.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a pretty
I love
good
him,
one.
yeah. Favorite movie?
I don't think I have one favorite movie.
You can name like two, three that you.
I really love Better Call Saul, the TV show.
The TV show, yeah,
Oh
that's
man,
nice.
I love that show, man. I find myself to like TV shows a little more than movies.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. It just
Maybe because
give me
there's
time
more
to
of
get
them,
into
yeah.
it. Yeah, I love Peaky Blinders.
That's nice.
Oh man, that show's crazy. And Snowfall.
Never watched
Oh
Snowfall.
man, yeah, Snowfall is crazy.
Never watched it.
What's his name? Damson Idris. He's in
Oh,
there. It's crazy. I loved it.
Yeah. Dude, I love Martin Scorsese. I
Yeah.
love him. Goodfellas, Casino, The Departed. Pretty much those three are my favorite. Did you ever watch Sopranos? The Sopranos?
I didn't, but it's on the list. I gotta watch it.
I watched it 3 times. Like,
Oh man.
bro, it's for me that's the greatest TV show of all time.
Really? I gotta
And the
watch
reason why, because it's real life. It's not
Right.
dramatized. Like Peaky Blinders, I love it, but I feel it's a bit too like fake.
Of course, yeah.
It's dramatized. Sopranos, it's real life, like Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul. You know,
it. I
it's
mean,
more
even
like,
that is kind of dramatized, to be honest.
yeah,
but yeah, it's closer.
Breaking Bad. I mean, a professor who goes from being a professor to a drug lord. It's a bit dramatized,
And
but-
it's just the shit that happens in the show, like
Yeah.
But yeah.
But believe me, watch The Sopranos, bro. You're gonna fucking
I
love
will,
it,
I
bro.
will.
Yeah. Favorite comedy movie?
Comedy movie.
Yeah.
Oh man, comedy movies. I like Friday. Friday's
Oh, yeah,
fun.
Friday's
Ice
nice.
Cube. All that's a fun one. What's that? That's that one with Terry Crews, man, where he
Oh, White Chicks.
yeah.
White Chicks. That's nice. That's
I don't
funny.
think that would pass today.
Today?
But, man.
I'm not sure. Maybe.
It's a funny
He
movie,
played a
man.
white woman. Yeah, maybe not.
You know, gets
Yeah.
touchy. Get touchy nowadays, but it was fun. I also like Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I don't know why. I
that's
just
nice.
love that show.
That's an
It made
amazing
me
show.
laugh so much, man.
Did you ever watch Seinfeld?
A little bit of it.
Yeah, I
A
love
little
it.
bit
Yeah,
of
Seinfeld's
Yeah,
nice.
loved it.
Yeah, I love it.
Loved
It's nice.
Some of these comedy shows are like The Office. I
Never
watched it a
watched
little bit, but it's just not my type of humor.
I don't think. I think I watched like 5 minutes. I don't think I'd like it.
you know that. Yeah, it's
Friends. It's okay. It's like it's more like a vibe. You know. I don't
Right.
know. Friends. I didn't find it funny. It's not
in
funny.
the background type of show. I don't know.
Yeah, it's in the background.
Yeah. No shade, but you know.
Favorite TV show you said. What was it again?
Well, I would say Better Call Saul. I think that's the one
Better
that
Call
really
Saul?
hit me the most.
Favorite director.
Oh man, favorite. I really love Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, he's nice.
I think that the shit he does is crazy, and I like how he does his storytelling. Like it's just all over the place. It's
All the blood.
well, yeah. There's that. But I just like the like he goes back to the past. Different stories at the same time, and that show like a lot of time his shows, his movies, like you follow different characters.
Yeah.
Simultaneously, like in different locations, just doing the same thing and meeting at the end, and it just gets crazy. I love it. I'm so into it. I like one of the last ones he did with Brad Pitt.
Yeah, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I loved it, man.
Yeah?
I loved it. Yeah.
A bit long, but it was good. With DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, and Margot Robbie. Yeah, really nice.
I'll take the 3 hours, man.
What's your favorite movie of his?
It's either that one or the one with
Django?
No. I like Django though. It was good.
Yo,
but
I
no.
loved Django.
The
Fuck,
first
man.
one he did. No,
Pulp
the first
Fiction?
one was Reservoir Dogs.
Oh, that's amazing.
I like that one, but you know, it was in his early days. But I think
Mm-hmm.
Pulp Fiction to me was like a big eye opener as to like things that I didn't know you could make movies like that. Like just back to the past, to the future, and then
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
three different stories. Sometimes the stories they don't even really meet like that. It's just so all over the place. I loved it.
Yeah, I really like the Reservoir Dogs. Mr.
Yeah.
Purple. Why am I Mr. Pink? Like that was really
Yeah.
nice. I liked how in his movies It's like, you know, Reservoir Dogs, you didn't even see them go rob. You just see before and after.
That's it.
But it's still an amazing movie.
And like 90% of the movie is like in the same place.
Yeah, in the like little shed at the end.
Right.
It's
So simple, but he made it work.
yeah,
It worked.
I think that was like the movie that made him like Quentin.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, and like to me, that was also a big like moment to realize that you don't need much, man. You could just make it work with less. Sometimes less is more.
Do you love Guy Ritchie?
I haven't
Snatch?
seen. No, I haven't seen that
No,
one.
you should watch him.
What's his latest one? He just did.
He did a Gentleman. The Gentleman.
Yeah, there you
Matthew
go.
McConaughey.
That's I need to watch that.
Yeah,
I need to, and then I'll
that
be
was
able
really
to tell
good.
you.
Yeah. Dream actor to work with.
Oh man, Will Smith. I like Will Smith despite whatever happened.
The
I like
Oscars.
him. Yeah, I love Will Smith. I love to see his energy. Denzel, obviously. Brad Pitt.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. He has a certain charisma to him that I'd like to see in person. And then some of the actors my age, Michael B. Jordan, Damson, Idris, a lot of those actors. And what's his name? Dune. He was in Dune.
Timothée Chalamet.
Yeah, like, cool dude, man. I'd like to see him in action.
Yeah. And Denzel, bro, I love Denzel. Did you watch Training Day?
I watch all his movies.
Fuck, he was amazing in Training Day, bro.
Amazing actor.
Alonzo Harris, bro. Wow.
Amazing actor.
man, yeah. Favorite thing about your job?
The adventure. I think I like. There's nothing 9 to 5 about it. You don't know what you're gonna get. It's always different. It's a headache, but damn it, I love it.
The thing you hate the most about your job?
The adventure, the uncertainty.
It's a love-hate relationship.
Yeah, it's
right?
a love-hate relationship. You don't know what you're gonna get. It's anxious every gig. You feel like maybe this is it. Maybe this is the last one. But it makes you appreciate everything you do so much more. And then, by the blessings of God, just something else comes by the door every time.
You religious?
Oh, here and there.
Christian, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big Christian. The weirdest thing that happened to you in the acting modeling world, or that you've witnessed?
Weirdest thing.
Yeah. It can be good or bad, but it just has to be like weird. Like you wouldn't see it in everyday life.
Yeah. Well, there's like when it comes to sexual assault, it gets weird fast. I think because
Really?
especially like an actor on set, people just can't touch you. They just get to, like, let's say your pants are sagging. Sometimes they come behind you and they just kind of lift it up. But sometimes and depending on who's doing it, how.
Yeah, it can be done a bit better, right?
It gets weird. Yeah. And so I've had some uncomfortable situations, but nothing too
crazy.
Too crazy.
No. Your strong point in acting.
I think I come from a diverse background, and it's like pretty uncommon. I'm not American, and like most of the others. I come from a very I've moved around. Parents are from 2 different countries. I come with a different mixed baggage that is unique to me.
Where are your parents from?
I'm half Congolese, half Haitian.
Oh, really?
Yeah, born in Montreal. It's a different.
Your weak point in acting.
I think my geographical location is definitely a weak point, and then my my lack of surrounding when it comes to there's a lot of things I don't know about it because I'm just not in the right places, talking to the right people, and it's a problem we're looking to solve. But and also, I think I could have started earlier, definitely. So
I feel like everyone thinks that.
yeah,
I started at 22 doing podcasts. I feel like, I should have started at 17.
right.
But I mean, you cannot go back in the past, right?
Cannot go back in the past. Yeah.
Yeah. What is your dream? And I'll dream big. Like, what would be like
My dream.
your biggest dream? Don't be shy, bro. Dream big.
I would love to pass the acting career and the big movies and the Oscars and all that. I would like to own sound stages and studios and the production company and just kind of Tyler Perry style. Right.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
he does is crazy. I've heard he's like this year he got greenlit for 40 shows or 50 shows.
Really?
That is insane.
And he started out of his car.
Just out of zero.
Yeah, that's
Nothing.
crazy.
Just
Tyler
doing like
Perry, yeah, it's
theater.
crazy.
He was doing theater for years in the '80s, and it just came to this. And he has one of the. I think he has the biggest soundstage or the biggest studio, like in America or something like that. It's
Really.
crazy.
It wouldn't even surprise me, bro. He's so
Yeah.
big and that he came from such humble beginnings. I heard that he started out of his car filming stuff, and now he's Tyler Perry, right?
The biggest, man. The biggest.
Crazy.
I would love to branch out a little bit and get into production like that.
Yeah. Celebrity crush.
Oh man. I can tell you, growing up, I had a crush on Selena Gomez.
Really?
Yeah, like from like I don't know, 5 to 10 to 15. I don't know. It was when she was on on TV doing
Yeah,
the kid
Disney
stuff.
Channel,
Yeah, that was my
Family
love,
Channel,
man. That
yeah.
was my love. No, not so much. I don't know like anyone who's really just like, oh, this is who I'm pretty indifferent about. I think they're all pretty. They're all
Yeah.
cool, but I need to talk to them, meet them in person, right?
Okay, now I'm gonna ask you, who would you rather be with? So I'm gonna say two women names.
Oh man.
You choose one, and then I'm gonna take the one you chose, and then put another one. Okay? So let me. You
Shit.
understand? Yeah.
All right, okay.
So let me start with Ice Spice or Lotto.
Lotto.
Okay, Lotto or Saweetie.
Lotto.
Damn. Okay, Lotto or Margot Robbie.
Lotto.
Damn. Lotto or Prime Angelina Jolie.
Lotto.
Lotto or Prime Megan Fox.
Lotto. Stop.
Okay,
playing
okay.
with
No,
me,
no, no. This one's good. Don't laugh. Lotto or Lizzo.
I'll say Lotto.
Lotto. Okay.
Yeah.
Lotto or Tyla.
Oh.
Water make me sweat.
Yeah,
Make me
but
water.
man, Lotto's just my type. It's hard to beat.
Okay, wait, don't worry. Lotto or SZA.
Lotto.
Lotto or Sydney Sweeney.
Lotto.
Lotto or Dua Lipa.
Ooh.
Okay. Let's see.
That's another one. That's we'll switch it up. We'll say Dua Lipa. We'll
Dua
switch
Lipa?
it up. Yeah.
Dua Lipa or Ariana Grande. Peak
Dua Lipa.
Prime. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, last one. Dua Lipa or Jenna Ortega.
Jenna Ortega.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, okay, Jenna Ortega or Lotto?
It's just two different interests of mine. It's just two
Really? I
different
got you at Jenna
fields.
Ortega. I was pretty sure you're gonna say, oh no, like.
No, I don't know. There's something
Really?
about her that just calls for me. Yeah.
So would you say she's your celebrity crush? Maybe she's an actress also.
I guess. Yeah, I guess you could say that.
That was it, Simba. Thanks for being
Cool.
on. We'll be back for another reality check.
Thanks for having
with
me, man.
Bianca. I'm just joking. I'm alone when I do my reality checks. It's only me, my name, and my face. That's it. Thanks, guys. Thank you, Simba.
Of course, thanks for having me.